Hello, Jessica. Your Rick's back for another review, and today is a review of set number 41005, Heartlake High. It has 3 minifigures, 487 pieces, and it retails for $50 in the US, and it is recommended for ages 6 to 12. And of course, it is part of the LEGO Friends theme, and I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, just too good. You always review Friends sets. Well, I love the LEGO Friends theme. I think it's one of the best themes that LEGO has put out in a while. I mean, out of all the original themes, I think it has probably the strongest lasting power because, you know, it's kind of like a city, but they do cool stuff. Like, we haven't gotten a school for city yet, but whatever. And I know people like Super Legos R Us, he already knew. He was like, oh, you're definitely reviewing a LEGO Friends set. And yeah, because I love LEGO Friends, but whatever. Now let's get on to packaging. So here is the box for the set. It is the normal $60 box from 2013 and on. So it's the same size as like the Black Gate for Lord of the Rings. And the back shows all the really cool play features. I love the back. And you can see there's all this stuff, and it reveals that that guitar is actually Matthew's. So despite popular belief or whatever, that is owned by him. So that's pretty cool. And it does include 2 instruction booklets. And on the instruction booklets, there's some really weird but cool art. Like cartoony art to show what's going on. So like right here, you can see it's Matthew and Stephanie. And you can see what they're doing and stuff like in there, all animated, which looks pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the figures. Okay, so the first figure is Stephanie, and she's a really awesome figure. This version actually does have an exclusive torso, but I'm not too sure of the legs because I don't know much about the LEGO Friends mini dolls' legs. But this version does have a pretty cool bow on the top of her hair, and the back has no back printing. So I love the torso on her. I think that looks really cool. Maybe like a scientist torso too. Next figure is Miss Stevens, and Miss Stevens is another awesome figure. Love her hairpiece, and we'll get to that later, but you can see she has a really nice torso print and a pretty cool kind of skirt, I believe. I'm not really good when it comes to girl clothes. And you can kind of see that all these hairpieces fit on regular minifigures, but that hairpiece looks really cool on regular minifigures. This is just a test minifigure. And this is the only set that it comes in that color, because the only other way you could get it is in Olivia's house for Olivia's mom, which is in black. And this is Matthew, and if his skin was a little bit lighter and he had glasses, this reminded me of my friend Cody. And he does have a really cool torso right there and some really nice pants. And this is the cheapest way to get a LEGO Friends male mini doll, so that's pretty cool. All the other sets are $70 sets, and I think the Dolphin Cruiser is either 70 or maybe even 80. I don't think it's 100. And you can kind of see no back printing, but like I said, a nice torso. And this hair originally originated in Series 1 for the Skater Dude, which was just awesome. So he's really cool, and the male mini dolls don't have breasts, and that's like the difference for them. And I think their arms might be positioned a little bit different, but I'm not entirely sure. So that's it for the figures, and now onto the set. Okay, so here is Heartlake High School, and basically an overview of all the pieces. We'll zoom into them later, but you got this little basketball court with this little basketball, this lunch stand, I guess, to eat lunch at, the bike, and you got the whole school. And the cool thing about the school that I really like is that you get to rearrange it. So here's just a few ways you can rearrange it, but a few ways. There's these little hinges on the back, and each side has like a little hinge part inside too. So we're going to rearrange it some ways. So here's one way to rearrange it. You could kind of make it like a 3-story, or I think, yeah, 3-story little school right there, which is pretty cool. Or you could kind of make it a really long school. All you have to do is move this part from the other part. You can see it right there. So I love the customization feature right there with all of these little rearrangements. And so I'm just going to look at the basic model on the box, and then that's it. Okay, so here are a few of the little separate builds from the set, and you got this little, I guess, lunch part for the friends to eat lunch. And it's kind of a basic model. Reminds me a little bit of the one from Emma's sports car, which I have over there, but it's a much smaller and compact one. But this one does come with Matthew's laptop, or I think it's Matthew's because it shows him holding it. And that's a really nice laptop piece. I know it's from the Agents 2008 line, and then it reappeared in Series 7. And yeah, so you could open and close that. I love that piece. And yeah, it's really nice, and you just kind of slip it right there. And you can kind of see there's not really much to the bench from what you don't see. Like, basically what you see is what you get. And the friends can slip in there pretty well. All you have to do is kind of crunch them like that, and there you go. You can even have that they have their hands up or whatever. So they fit nicely, so that's really cool. And that's perfect. And then you got the bike, which is, I think, teal. I'm really bad with colors, so please excuse me when it comes to like friends colors or even any colors in Lego. And so we got this little teal bike, as I'll call it, and it's shown as Stephanie's on the box. And so it's a really nice little bike. It's not uncommon because it's in a lot of sets. I know it's in the new City Square set. It's in like the camper set from last year. It's in the pink box. And just recently it was in that hot dog stand promotional set, but I never got that. So it's nice to get this, but I'll probably get it in a few other sets. Then the last one is really interesting, and it is a basketball hoop, and it just says Heartlake City. And we got this little hoop right here, which is kind of like, not really a rubber piece, but it's like a plastic piece. It's kind of hard to explain. And it doesn't move or anything like in the sports series, but it's connected on a little Technic part right there. And the set does come with a little basketball, which is really cool, but it looks like it's a recolored soccer ball, so it's not really too detailed. You just, I guess, throw it in there and then that's it. So I love how we're getting this piece again. I know it came in the pool set, but I never got the pool set, sadly. So yeah, that's it for this, and now onto the school. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the first floor of the school, and I'm going to first take a look at the bathroom. Okay, so here's the bathroom, and of course you could open it from there, and I think this piece might be rare in this color. I'll get to that later. And there is this little sticker which shows a male and a female mini doll, so you know it's kind of like a unisex bathroom, which means it could support two genders. And here is the back, and yeah, this piece in this color I'm pretty sure is exclusive to this set and a 2011 the Police Command HQ on Mobile HQ. So that's cool to get another really rare piece. So there's lots of really rare pieces in this set, which I love. And again, you get these two panels right here, which are great in color and exclusive in that color to the set. And there's that little sticker right there, which shows a cat and a phone number that says Ella or Aya if you're saying Spanish for girl. And so I think that's, you know how they have in the bathroom, call me for a good time and stuff like that. Maybe call me if you want cats. That's what I'm thinking. Because there's two cats there and then they have the phone number, so that's a little bit weird. And then you got this little part which has a sink and a toilet, so you can kind of put a minifigure on the toilet, I guess, if they really need to go to the bathroom. Or you can make them wash their hands in the sink. And I love washing my hands personally. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine. I always have to have my hands clean when touching Lego or anything. So that's why they're usually dry and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. And that's really it for the little bathroom part. I would say that you could use this in a Lego City as like maybe a porta potty or whatever. So that is really cool. And then we're going to the main hall, which is the cafeteria. And you can see the high school part right there. And it says high school, which is a sticker. I wish I wouldn't have included that heart there because that looks just a little bit odd, you know? And so you got these two flowers right here. You could open up and close these doors, which is really nice. And inside, oh, and there's these two, I think they're called 1x2x4 by 5s. I think, yeah, 1x2x5s, that's how they are. And you get those in translucent, clear. So that's really nice, and you get two of those. Not really the rarest piece in that color, but yeah. And there's these lockers right here which have a sticker on it, and they're kind of weird. I don't like the stickers on those. Like, some of the stickers in the set do work and some of them don't work. And you can see that there's a little part where you can put sandwiches and stuff, and the set does come with two sandwiches. And they go right there and right there. So they fit on there pretty well. Really nice. I wish they came with like a lunch lady for the set though, because there's nobody to handle the lunch. And there's an orange juice container and a milk container right there, which is really cool. And those are printed, of course. And those came in a few other sets. And there's a printed cash register, which no, it didn't come in the SpongeBob set. I know it came in some other set. Maybe it was the cafe from last year for Friends. And you can see it right there. Really nice piece. printed and everything. It looks like a sticker, but it's really printed, so that's cool. And I'm going to take this part off. There's a little bench right there, which is cool, and there's a reference to actually the Stephanie's soccer team set, or whatever it's called, Stephanie's soccer practice, where you could see that little ball design right there on the bulletin board. So maybe there's like a soccer event going on. And you can see maybe a reference to Mia's Magic Tricks, which is another really cool set, but I don't have that set. And there's a bench there, so you could have mini dolls sitting, and so that is cool. And then I guess I'll do the top part first. So you kind of, this is meant to be the top, but you can, of course, rearrange it any way you want. So you just put it on top of there. There you go. You can see there is that little part with the clock up there, and that is printed. It's a really old piece, actually. And this is kind of like the science room, I guess, and maybe where Miss Stevens actually teaches. So I'll put Miss Stevens right there. There's a little pretty cool sticker sheet right there for a chalkboard, which is an owl drawing, which I don't know why they draw owls. And of course, there's a heart right there. Why did they put hearts everywhere? I know it's called Heartlake City, but why is there a heart everywhere? But whatever. Still pretty cool. And you got an owl right there, the new kind of owl from, I think, the 2010 Harry Potter line. And then you got a nice telescope, which I think is really cool. Or it might be a microscope. I know there's a microscope right here, but this might be another, I guess, bigger microscope. Well, no, it's more of a telescope. And it fits right there. So that's pretty cool. You could see, you could kind of move it around. There's some books right there which have a sticker. I don't know where this, oh, here's the second one. There's an algebra book, which you can see right there. And there is this, I guess, magic book. And inside there's a little bit of accessories. This one has flowers in there. I'm not going to open it because it damages the book. And this one has a letter, or it's either that or vice versa. And there's a nice little veil right here, and this veil actually came in the CM4S, the collectible minifigure for scientists, from Series 4 of the collectible minifigures. And then there's this little microscope right here, which has a slide under it. That reminds me of my good old days in biology class and stuff like that a long time ago. And so there's these two desks right here, and you can put Matthew, I guess, sitting right there, and then Stephanie sitting in the other. Where the heck is Stephanie? Well, oh man, she's still in the bathroom. And they slide in really wide. I like that about it. And there you go with that. And that's a really cool way to make a desk. And that's really it for that part. Really love that part. And then for the front, you got some little parts for the flowers. So that's cool. And all these little windows. This is the art music room, whatever the heck you call it. I messed up on the sticker, so it's a little bit crooked. What I did was I put it upside down, and then I kind of had to rush to put it on so the stick didn't dry up, and I screwed it up. But you can't really notice it, and it looks pretty cool. And you do get not one, but two of these little paint brushes from the collectible minifigure for painter. So I guess one's an extra piece, and I never got that painter, so I'm really happy about that. And you can kind of put it in the drawer if you want, right there, or right here. And this part right here, I guess, has something to represent books. You can kind of see it right there. And then there's these little paint colors right here, so you could do different paints, but of course the paint brush wouldn't get that. And there's this little apple right here, nice flower pot, and two seats for the mini dolls. And then Matthew's guitar, which looks a little bit girly by society standards. And you can see it right there. And so yeah, that's really it. Oh, and they also have this printed part right here, which was from Mia's bedroom, I believe, from 2012, which was a great set too. And that's it. You can see how it kind of connects on the top. They basically have, on all of these, they have these two little parts, and then they have the rest tiles. But it would have been nice to have two of these here and then two right here and then have tiles right here, because it would have connected much sturdier. But it still works out pretty well. You could just see that sometimes it's kind of wobbly in the back right there because of that. So now let's take a look at the final verdict. So overall, to say it quickly, I really love this set. I mean, it's not perfect, so I can't give it an A+, but I wish it would have maybe included a few more minifigures. I know that's a problem with friends right now, but I can tolerate that. Oh, maybe include like one more little statue to put like bikes or something at, but maybe I'm being a little bit too picky. So I do give the set an A. The 3 minifigures are great. There's a lot of rare pieces. The value is great. The price to price ratio isn't perfect, but some of the extra pieces, I guess, make up for them, even though they're kind of small. But like I said, there are a lot of rare pieces. So I highly recommend the set, especially if you have like a little girl, buy her this. And I wouldn't say a little boy, because a lot of little boys are kind of prejudiced nowadays, and they would say this is just for girls. But if you're a huge City fan, I would recommend buying the set too, even if you don't even like Friends. It's useful in the city, and the pieces are just amazing. So that's really it for this review, and I'll see you guys later with lots of videos this week too. Bye.